Welcome to episode number 35 of the Upgrade Your Life podcast. This is Del Denny, and in today's episode, I'm going to give you a strategy to put out better work, to be more focused, and to lessen the overwhelm that work can give to you. So stay tuned.
So the big question is, how do ambitious people like us, who grew up listening to the old advice of go to school, work hard for 40 years, and retire when you're old, create a life today that is meaningful, abundant, healthy, and brings joy, while also leading a life that is productive and full of achievement? That is the question, and this is the podcast that will help give you the answers that you're searching for. My name is Del Denny, and welcome to the Upgrade Your Life podcast.
Welcome to the Upgrade Your Life podcast, another daily edition here. Walking down the road thinking about yesterday, and I was thinking about how important it is to do this technique called the Pomodoro Technique. And some people are very familiar with it, those that are in the productivity arena that like that type of stuff. Some people have never heard of it before. But if you think about it this way, like we all have these big tasks that we have to do, and that's kind of what I was doing yesterday. I have a big presentation that I have to give here soon, and it's like a 90-minute presentation. And so in a 90-minute presentation, it probably takes probably 10 hours to really put together, at least at minimum. You think about for every hour that you deliver, there's a lot more research that's involved with that. So as I'm developing and crafting this new presentation, there's tons of research you have to do. So the flow of the presentation, the structure of the presentation, the stories that you're going to give, do things make sense? Do they build upon the principles? And then not only that, but then you design the presentation too. So uh, the what it looks like. And so as you're designing the presentation, there's so much that goes into it. And as I'm doing this, it's easy to get overwhelmed. It's like I just want to deliver the presentation. That's all I want to do. But there's so much more work that's involved with it. And so as I'm taking on this project, the old Dell might have got overwhelmed with this. And naturally, it's easy to do when you're taking on a big project and there's many components to it. But I learned this technique, and this might serve you. I know it served me very well, and I definitely used this yesterday. It's called the Pomodoro Technique. And the Pomodoro Technique is after those little Italian timers that look like tomatoes. A Pomodoro is the Italian word for tomato. And those little tomatoes that would sit on top of a kitchen or of a stove. Yep, that's what it's after. So what you do is a Pomodoro is 25 minutes long, and what you do is you look at a project for the day, and you say, I'm willing to dedicate 4 Pomodoros, or I'm willing to dedicate 6 Pomodoros to this project today. And so that means you're going to do a round. Each Pomodoro is a round of 25 minutes of dedicated focus, meaning you're going to sit there and work solely on that one project, the one thing, the one project, that's it. You're going to sit there and just work on that one thing. And you'd be absolutely amazed at how much you can get done. Because what happens is a lot of people, when they're working on a big project, because there's a lot to do, they're sitting there. Okay, I'll work on this couple minutes, and then they go over to Facebook. They check Facebook. Okay, now I need to go back over. So, okay, now an email just popped up. I need to do that. And when you do that, your attention becomes so fragmented, it's hard to be very efficient. And so when you dedicate just 25 minutes to one single task, you'd be absolutely amazed at how much you can get done. And so what you do is you say, all right, well, I'm willing to dedicate 4 Pomodoros to this project today. And so what you do is you set a timer, set it on your watch, set it on your phone for 25 minutes, and just work full focused. Let the 25 minutes go. And when your timer's up, now you have 5 minutes to do whatever you want. That's the key part. You have to get up. Even if you are in the middle of it and you feel you're being efficient, no, you got to get up. So during that 5 minutes, get up, stretch your legs, If you want to watch Facebook and tinker around with that. But the key is to get all of that little stuff out of the way during that 5 minutes. Go use the restroom, whatever it is, and then go back and do another round of Pomodoro. So set your timer, 25 minutes, go to town. And gosh, you can get so much done. And you might allot, 6 Pomodoros, but with the full focus, you actually might only need 4 or maybe 5. You may not need the whole 6 rounds. So that's my little productivity tip. Yesterday, working very hard trying to get this presentation done. But that's what has helped me be much more productive in my life, is understanding this concept of the Pomodoro technique. So didn't invent this technique, just used it. It's a great technique. I use it quite a bit. If you want to stay focused and put out some great work and uh, stop feeling so overwhelmed, well, highly recommend it. All right, this is Del Denny signing off. Remember, learn, lead, and live to your full potential.